Trailnet Active Living Awards are honoring recipients that make sustainable efforts to promote physical activity and active transportation in our region. Here to tell us about Trailnet and the award ceremony is Executive Director Ralph Pfremmer. How are you today, Ralph?
I'm terrific. I just got off of a 160-mile bike ride, taking a group of our members and others across the state. We started in Columbia and rode back yesterday and the day before. I'm tired, but I feel good.
A little bit? You just flew in from wherever and your wings, arms are tired?
Well, we rode our bicycles, actually, across on the Katy.
Your legs are tired.
Yeah. So.
You know what? Which kind of leads me to what exactly is Trailnet?
I get that question all the time. In fact, you know, I'm new. I'm just completing my first year of being the executive director. We've been around 26 years, and we've been a couple different things. We started early on as the Bicycle Fun Club, where groups of people would get together and ride bicycles together and enjoy the benefits of riding on the streets and active transportation. They rode together and they had a lot of fun. Over time, we gravitated towards building trails themselves. So you might recall or recognize the name the Grants Trail or the Riverfront Trail. Those were largely due to some of the work that Trailnet did after the Bicycle Fun Club was started. Got into the real estate business for a little while. In the early 2000s, a district was formed called Great Rivers Greenway that we as a community, as a region, taxed ourselves not once but twice in order to create facilities that are largely to make our community a better place and to walk and to bike on top of. So we changed from building these trails, actually acquiring the land and doing the easements. They took over that, and now we're a full-blown advocacy group that are really trying to make St. Louis a better place for walking and biking.
Why is it so important for the community, but as well to the individual, to make St. Louis a better place, like a community of active transportation?
Well, I mean, we all make up the community, and public health is a huge issue. If we're healthier, we're living better, we're liking each other better, we get along better, we live longer, we live better lives. The community can benefit because we have to compete as a city with other cities that have embraced an active living culture. And it's not just the cities that are on the east and the west coast, not just Portland, Oregon, or Seattle, or San Francisco. It's the Indianapolis, it's Nashville, Tennessee, it's Minneapolis, Midwestern cities that have begun the process of transforming their cities into ones that are notated for being active living communities. And we feel very strongly about that because if we want to attract and retain the talent that are coming out of our universities, we want to be able to also keep them here and start businesses.
Tell me, and you said you've only been running things there for about a year now, but you've been a part of it before, you were saying.
I have.
I want you to tell me how you've seen the community grow and what positive change you've seen in the time you've spent there, from the beginning maybe even to now.
Well, you know, I owned a business, and I was in business for a long time. I had, at one point, 350 employees. It was in the hospitality industry. We did contract management, food service. I had most of my employees were African American, believe it or not. That largely makes up the service industry in that realm. 75% of them, I tell the story, 75% had one foot fairly well grounded, another one on the street. They were really struggling. And the biggest reason why they were struggling is they could not get to work. So transportation and the right use of the transportation dollars coming into our region, building access points, having and helping people become familiar with how to ride bicycles and walking appropriately in the areas where we are very important. So equity is a very positive thing for us. I felt strongly about that, so I started donating money to Trailnet in a way to grow my business. I was a business member. And so I leveraged the fact that, hey, if I had an active community presence, that maybe I'll be able to attract active living people and I'd be able to sell more food. But what it really boiled down to is I was concerned about my employees, so the impact that Trailnet was making on the community was providing more access to those that really needed to get to work. So walking and biking and multimodal transportation became part of it. St. Louis, we just had a study came out on Friday. St. Louis is the 5th highest percentage of growth between 2000 and 2014 in commuters, bicycle commuters. We had a 270% increase in those people that do this. So it's a reality. We have to be able to build the built environment the way that is going to be the most appropriate for these people, and they're young people. to get to work and to stay here.
Right, and you know, it's made such a big difference in the community that you are honoring some of the people who contribute to that.
We are.
When we come back, we'll talk about that in an award ceremony you have coming up. Stay with us at STL TV Live. We'll learn more about the Trailnet Active Living Awards after this break.